What is up, YouTube family? It is your girl GC the Trader, and we are back with another weekly recap breakdown, you guys. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today is Saturday, January 31st. We're in the last day of January, and yeah, I hope y'all had a productive week. I hope y'all was able to make some money. We're gonna go over these trades I took to this week. If I'm not mistaken, we took uh two L's and one break even for the week, you guys. So we are ending this week unprofitable, but it is okay. It's cool. We know what we got to do. We know what we got to fix, and we're gonna go into February better than ever. So I'm not trying to take up too much of you guys' time. So let's get to this breakdown. All right, you guys. We are on micro S&P, which is just micro ES. I started off coming into the session, marking up my 8 to 8:15 candle on my 15-minute time frame. I dropped down to my 1 minute, which is where I enter at. And coming into this trade, everything was great. We were showing bearish momentum from the time that the zone kind of formed a little bit. We started breaking out of the zone, showing. Let me make this wider so y'all can see. Showing a little bit more bearish, my apologies, bearish momentum. We were respecting our midpoint level. Price, after a certain point, did not want to stay above my midpoint, so that was enough confirmation for me that we would be selling off today. But going into getting closer to the New York market open, not necessarily New York opening up, because once New York opened at 9, we were still showing bearish momentum, but it was getting closer towards market open, where price started to change up a little bit and start showing some bullish momentum. And honest and truly, I know exactly why I lost this trade. I kept a bias. I kept a sell bias, even though price was showing me that, hey, we may be changing trends. I know it looked like we were selling off today, but based off of this money that just flooded into the market, we're going to be buying. One of the confirmations that I saw that we was going to be buying was the fact when I saw this my 13 and my 50 EMA cross up. Normally when that 13 and that 50 EMA crosses up, that is a clear sign of a trend getting ready to change. You get what I'm saying? Especially when that 13 eventually crossed over that 200. Our 200 EMA is our trend. You get what I'm saying? 13, I consider 13 price action. 50, I could 50, I consider that a momentum EMA. Like prices only with a lot of momentum passes the 50. The 13 goes normally moves with price action, and my 200, I normally use that for a complete trend change. So when I saw my 13 cross over my 50 and also my 200, I was saying in my head, yes, the trend is about to change. But for some reason, I know the reason. I had a little mind fog. My mood wasn't really too good going into Tuesday. I'm gonna be real with you. It's not that I was having psychology issues, personal issues. That's what it was. It was personal issues that I was dealing with that day. And even though I saw this move, even though I knew all of this was happening, I still decided when price hit my midpoint to enter into a sell. Yeah, and as you can see, in less than 4 minutes, I was stopped out of that trade. I'm gonna put my P&L over here. If I'm not mistaken, on one account, I think it was like $59, maybe 60 something, and then on the other one, probably like 30 something, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, excuse me, you guys. But yeah, I still decided to take this sale, even though everything was telling me that we are getting ready to have a trend change. After I lost this trade, I did stay to see if the bullish bias will pay out, and it played out beautifully, you guys. Broke to the upside, got my midpoint tap, and hit my 3-to-1 beautifully. You get what I'm saying? So I marked this up, even though I didn't take this. I marked this up just to show where the better move came from. And yeah, if I could have just shook that mental fog I had, yeah, this was a loss that didn't even have to, happen, you guys. But that's what they say when you go into your session, to make sure that you leave all that personal problems, all that outside noise, you leave it outside of the session, so that way you can better focus on what it is that you're trying to do. And unfortunately, I did not clear my mind on this day. I went into this session trading with a fogged mind, worrying about personal problems, and yeah, it caused me to neglect what I saw and entered into a pointless loss. But yeah, you guys, this is Tuesday's trade. We did take another trade on Wednesday, so let me pull that up. All right, this was the Wednesday trade, you guys. This was the trade that was break even. Okay, same thing kind of on Tuesday. I came into, marked up my zone. This is a very, very big zone, as you can see. Marked up my zone. Price is showing bearish movement. Got my midpoint tap, which is letting me know that okay, it's respecting the midpoint tap. But because price never fully completely broke from my zone, it did a minor break from my zone twice, but it didn't do a full break. And because price didn't do a full break, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait into the 9:30 market open and let price tell me exactly where it wanted to go, especially just like yesterday when I saw my 13 and my 50 crossing. So when my 13 and 50 crossed, I waited to see if price was going to show some bullish momentum, and it did. It broke to the upside a lot further. Then it broke to the upside. Then it broke to the downside. My apologies. So yes, I end up entering on my midpoint tap. Barely got any drawdown, so I like that. Price came up, hit my 101. I didn't adjust yet because we didn't get a pullback yet. And normally when trading on my 1 minute on ES, if I adjust my stop loss once price hits my 101 before we have our pullback, I normally get stopped out at break even. So when price gave me my pullback and decided to come back up and retest my 1 minute, that's when I adjusted my stop loss to break even. And as you can see, you guys, price came down and stopped me out. So I end up being stopped out at break even on this trade. In reviewing the trade, overall, it was a pretty good trade. The only thing I saw towards the end when I exited the trade was that my 200 was flat, which normally when your 200 EMA is flat, that's a sign of there being no trend in the market. Especially my 13 was going through the middle, and my 50 was at the bottom of price. So this is a clear signification that there is no immediate trend happening right there in the market. So I could have waited on this trade, but as I stated before in my other videos, I'm trying to get out of over analyzing the market. And if it's within my strategy, if it's within my rules, if price reacts to a point that is going, you get what I'm saying, with my bias for the day, and it's also going with my edge, I'm going to enter, because a lot of the times I overanalyze and I hesitated and I missed out on some very good trades. So I'm trying to get out of overanalyzing and just waiting for market to do what I wanted to do, and then when it do that, reacting off of that. So I got my midpoint tap after I got my break. I entered, I adjusted, and we end up getting stopped out at break even. I did keep another trade marked up, especially when I saw when price stopped me out, my 13 crossed back over my 50 to the downside, which was showing that price was changing trends yet again, but changing to the bearish momentum that I first saw when I came into the market on Wednesday, you guys. And I watched this trade play out the whole entire time. I didn't take the trade because I'm only on one trade a day right now. So if I take my one trade and it ends up being a loss, then I just walk away. You hear what I'm saying? I don't try to overtrade or chase the market. But I did stay and watch to see if a retest from the downside to a midpoint tap will play out. And as you can see, you guys, it played out beautifully. Ended up running for 75. I was risking 25 ticks on this trade. Two contracts on both of my accounts, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I was doing two contracts on both of my accounts and ended up getting stopped out at break even. gonna put my P&L over here. It was like $3 on my top step, and then like 10 cents on my Theedgefunder accounts that I ended up being stopped out in profit on. But as you can see, you guys, the better move came when price changed trends back to the downside. Did a beautiful tap, and that's all she wrote. I mean, yeah, this was the better trade. No drawdown, like no drawdown. Price never broke past my entry level. So that was confirmation to me that this was a better trade, an A plus setup trade at that, you guys. So yeah, that was Wednesday's trade, and we took one more trade on Thursday. This resulted in a loss, you guys, but it wasn't a big loss. It was like 20 something dollars. Now I marked this up. I missed this trade, you guys. Like, honest and truly, this was the most beautiful break and retest I've seen all January. Like all of January, this was the best break and retest I have seen thus far. We came into the market open, I mean, exactly at 9:30. Price came in, wicked into my midpoint tap, and just dropped beautifully, you guys. I mean, dropped amazingly, beautifully. And I missed that trade. And I missed that trade not because I didn't see this play out. I missed this trade because I was honest and truly waiting for price to break back up. Because as you can see, when price did break to the downside, showing some um, bearish momentum, it wasn't a lot of breaking. And as you can see, we broke to the upside as well. So we broke to the upside and we broke to the downside. So I wasn't really seeing what direction price really wanted to move. So I was waiting into the 9:30 market open. And when I got that tap, I was like, all right, cool. I also saw that, my 13 and my 50 had crossed. So I was like, all right, it's going to do me a break, come back up and retest. And then I was going to get in off of that break, off of that retest back to the midpoint. So yeah, I was waiting for a second tap and never got the second tap and ended up missing this beauty right here. So I did not mark it up, the loss I took, because y'all, it was the most pointless loss I ever took in trading, you guys, so far, and it was just dumb, but it had to happen. It had to happen. So this was a key level that I had marked up. When price came, it wicked past that key level twice, but closed back above it. So I was like, okay, it wicked twice and closed back above it. Normally, that's indications when you get two candle wicks on a key level and price doesn't close past it, that hey, price may be getting ready to, change trends for a little bit or just do a minor pullback. And honestly and truly, I was gonna catch a buy up to this area right here, because if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is a 5 minute order block right here, especially where price end up changing character. So I was gonna catch that ride up to that order block and profit off of that. So you guys, I end up jumping in right here for a buy, and I think I was risking what was it, like 24 24 ticks, if I'm not mistaken. It could have been like 24 ticks or $24. I'm not really sure, but that's what I was risking. Of course, I was going for a 3-to-1 minimum, and yeah, you guys, as you can see, it ended up invalidating a 1 minute that I had right here. So let me drop to my 1 minute so I can show y'all. Okay, here we go. So yeah, I dropped down to my 1 minute, especially when I had saw price giving me a demand zone right here. I marked up my demand zone and I entered right here. Once price broke my demand candle right here, I end up entering, and as you can see, price came down, and once price invalidated, because I was gonna risk away a little bit more than that, but once I saw price invalidate that demand zone, I was like, all right, I just took myself out the trade and ended up taking a $24 loss. And I was kind of upset at myself because I was like, bro, nothing was telling you to buy. Like, I understand that you had your 2 wicks at a key level, but nothing was telling you to buy. This was a clear downtrend. You get what I'm saying? If anything, I probably should have waited for this supply zone to form, price retested that supply zone beautifully above that key level and dropped and dropped and dropped. You guys, this day was a crazy psychology because I had to stop myself from over trading because for some reason I just could not shake my bullish bias. When this started to happen, I was like, okay, I had this marked up. I was like, okay, price is about to get ready to buy from here because it broke through another key level. It was another key level right here. And I'm like, okay, price is about to buy right here. Price did not buy when I should have just looked at this supply zone. Price came to retest that supply zone and dropped again. And once I seen this, I was like, okay, bro, you're not trading at your best right now. You have a bias that you're trying to push, and market is telling you I'm not buying right now. So stop trying to buy me. So when I saw that, I just walked away for the day, accepted my $24 loss. I'm gonna put my P&L right here. And yeah, you guys, like after this trade, after I missed this trade, my mind just went blank. I was looking for moves that was not gonna happen and end up taking a pointless loss when I could have just walked away after this trade, after I missed this trade and called it the day. But I wanted to go against the trend. I wanted to go with my own emotional understanding and end up taking a pointless loss. But it was a loss that needed to happen, and I'm actually kind of happy it did happen because it just shows you that it's still a lot of things that traders still have to work on. And when I say that, it means price could be showing you, market could be showing you exactly what it wants to do, but you could still be in your own head. You could still be in your own bias, and that's exactly what happened here, you guys. So I'm gonna put my P&L calendar to show you what I end up doing this week, you guys. And because of this pointless L right here, it ended up taking me from like I think after that loss on Tuesday, it ended up dropping me down to like $30 in profit for the month. And then when I took this pointless L right here, you guys, it ended up dropping me down to $5 in profit for the month. So yes, this week was unprofitable for me, but I will say what I am happy about is 2 months prior to this month, you guys. Both of those months was red month. I had a red month in November, and I had a red month in December. So ending January, we are ending January in profit. It's only a $5 profit, but it's still better than nothing. Like my last 2 months, it's been red, like I said. So for me to be able to trade better and walk away at the end of this month with, at least $5 in profit is good enough for me, you guys. It means, I broke out of, a red month little streak and end up securing me a green month, you guys. So, profitability comes in different views. It's all about how you view profitability. You get what I'm saying? And we was able to end this month still having a little bit of profit in our pockets, you guys. So, January was not too bad of a month for me, especially because I did take a lot more trades than I took the last 2 months. Like November was 7 trades, December was 7 trades, and this month I took 10 trades, but I'm walking away with $5 in profit. Now in November, I took 7 trades and ended up having a $500 loss for the month. And then December, I took 7 trades, ended up having a $300 loss for the month. So for me to take 10 trades, 3 trades more than what I traded the last 2 months, and still be able to walk away with $5 in profit, just shows that hey, even though I took more trades, I managed my risk a lot better than I managed my risk the past 2 months. So I am proud about that. I will give myself a hand clap on that, you guys. So yeah, you guys, that's it for my week of trades. Yeah, as I said, we had an unprofitable week, but we ending it with a profitable month. We know what we got to do. We're going to go into February with a clearer mind. It's a new reset, and hey, we're going to secure some profits, secure some payouts, and we're going to get the job done. I hope y'all had an amazing trading month of January. Hope y'all was able to pass some funded accounts. Hope y'all was able to secure some profits. And if you couldn't, it's cool. You have a fresh slate that you can start on Monday. And hey, we already know what we got to do to turn our dreams into reality. So with that being said, you guys, I love y'all. Thank y'all for sitting down and chopping it up with me. And until next time, your girl GC the Trader is out.